I'm live for the hour. I'm going to do some readings. This is my first time I've been home for a couple of weeks. The last time I did this, I was actually in Fort Lauderdale. I was staying with a very dear friend, Kevin, and his partner, and he kindly let me do it there. And I didn't assume he would, but it was super nice and very humid, but lovely to do it. So I got back yesterday and took the kids out today. You guys jumping on now, I'm going to be speaking for a couple of minutes here. It's been so amazing to actually be with some of you guys who join me on these Tuesday nights, to actually meet some of you in person for the first time. It's really, really lovely. Got to go to some places in Florida I haven't been to. A lot of driving it was. I won't pretend otherwise, but it was lovely. It was a really amazing trip. I'm going to be going to Texas next month. I'll be going to Texas in August, Oklahoma as well, of course, which is like a second home to me by this point. And that's lovely. I'll say more about it when I have the details. I did want to share something. I wanted to share an experience I had yesterday. I was driving home and I was driving by St. Louis, and there's a point where you can just see the whole city in front of you. And I got the sense of this cloud over the city. And I don't mean like a rain cloud. I mean like a consciousness cloud, and it was heavy. And this sort of touched me because one of my very dearest friends lived in St. Louis, and I thought of her, just going about her day under this cloud of consciousness, and I felt in that moment I wanted to do something. So I called to Spirit, I called to the angels, as we all do, and I said, is there anything we can do about this enormous consciousness cloud? And I got a yes, and immediately got the sense of a circle of angels, like 10-15 mile radius over the city, each kind of pouring energy into this consciousness form to dissipate it. And I'm not seeing this with my physical eyes, but I'm just getting a sense of it. And I said, what, you just do that because I asked? And they said, yes. And they said, people don't ask. No one asks ever. So, right. Now then what happened was I got a little bit woozy because they were using me as a physical grounding point. So the other thing that happens, because of course they're doing their thing, but they need the person that's made the call to hold the energy. So driving was a bit weird for about 5 minutes as I'm going through the city. But I just want to share this because I'm just looking at those three elements. Like, you want to change something in consciousness, well, you need a personal connection to it, like a deep connection to it. You need to make the call. You need to ask. And you need to be the physical counterpoint, which means in plain English, don't just switch off and do something else. Be available to it. Be the one that's grounding it. And so do what you want with that. I just want to share it because it was a very tangible experience yesterday in a very real city in a very real day, and may that serve you in some way. All right. So to today. I will be here for the next hour, be taking any questions you guys have. We've got a few of you on already. Before I even look, what seems to happen every week is someone jumps on here and starts trolling everyone to ask them for readings. If that happens, don't start getting angry with them. I will deal with it. Just let it be, and I will deal with it. Don't add to it. That's all I ask. I wish it didn't happen, but it happens, and whatever. All righty. So let's see what we've got. Okay. Lauren, hello. I'd love to meet you as well. All right. Amy. I'd love to know about possible new employment. Let's see. Amy, I'm going to look at this, but just for the future, if I can have a somewhat of a parameter, for next time. But I'll just take a look and see what's there, okay? Because I want to know are you looking for a job? Are you going for interviews? I want to get more specific. Okay. Right. So this is interesting, Amy. I see there's opportunity, but it's like I don't think it's going to come to something. This isn't a reflection on you, your competence, experience, or anything like that. It's not. It's more a function of time and as in timing. Sorry, forgive me. More a function of timing and what you believe your priorities are. If this was me, if I was looking at this reading for myself, if I was looking for a job or something, I wouldn't look for a job right now. I wouldn't want to go through this. It's not bad. It's just frustrating because, if you think about going for, you're doing a research, you're preparing your resume and all the expectation that goes along with it. You want grace and you want it to be done quickly. And I don't see either of those things here. So, so listen, please feel free next week to maybe put a refined question. It'd be a pleasure to answer it for you. But that's what I got for right now, Amy. All right, Joel. Your pain issues related to a past life. Oh, yes, but okay. So yes, Joel, related to a past life where you lost a child in childbirth. That's what it's about. There's a little more to say. Maybe we go there on Saturday, right? When we're doing maybe ask that question to the guides when we're in the channeling group, okay? But yes, and because of an issue in childbirth. Hello, Michelle. Moving to Tennessee. Okay. I do think it's in your highest good to move to Tennessee. That doesn't mean it's plain sailing. It means it's your highest good. And, as I'm looking at this, I was, I've never really talked about that. A lot of conversations going on in my head right now. I was about to say, it could look more graceful than Spirit's just saying, how do you know this isn't graceful? So, so a lot would have happened in the past. A lot will happen in the future from this. So how about this? Yes, I do think your moving to Tennessee is in the highest good. I think there's something that needs to be cleared and moved there in your life and world. I think it's important that you go. If I'm making this sound all like, ooh, I'm not meaning to. I really do think you're to go there and it will support other areas of your life as well. Doesn't mean you have to stay there forever, too. Okay, on we go. Karen, I feel that things are changing and realigning my life. Am I correct? And will better things come my way soon? Okay. Yes, I agree. I agree in terms of my process. I confirm that too. You're not quite done with the. I'm going to call it exploration. All right, you're not quite done with the solitary exploration. And I think if I say to you, Karen, the feeling of it's maybe this thought or feeling of why is no one with me? Why is no one supporting me? For right now, there's a bit more of that to go, and then yes, thing like a big old lovely cycle starts, and in no cycles start. A couple of cycles start. They're not the same length, you understand, but I do confirm. And so, if things are not wonderful and la-di-da tomorrow, or when we finish this, then there's a reason for it. But I really do like. I'm happy with what's coming to you. Yeah. Okay. Ricardo. Larry would like to know what the root of our health issues and what can be done to heal. Yeah. It was lovely to have that time with you guys. Really lovely. I've got an answer for you, Valeria. I know it's Ricardo asking, but through your thing, I've got an answer for you, and to my mind, it's a bit of an annoying answer, but I'm going to give it to you nonetheless because I do believe in it. The root of this, because you're asking about the root of this. The root of this, Valeria, is about your gifts. What are gifts? Gifts are like, this isn't a gift of mine, right? The energy and inclination to do this and follow through is a gift of mine. I could do something else right now. I happen to be doing readings and so on. But we're talking about the thing before the gift takes a form. That's the root of this. That and owning it. Maybe I should have said that first. Owning it and owning your power, that is the root of it. The gift, of course, is the secondary thing. So I'm getting shown both here. I'm getting shown that you do, on occasion, own your power. I saw a bit of that the other day. For the most part, you're not, though. And how's that? In what ways is that playing out? In what ways can you look at that? In indecisiveness. I'm not one to preach on that, by the way. Indecisiveness, not seeing or accepting or owning the good and the wonder around you. These things pull one's energy downwards and inwards. And remember the vitality of the body, because that's what we're asking about. The vitality of the body requires that. An open vessel, the physical body requires the open channel, necessitates it for its health and for its functioning. And so you're asking about the root, right? There's a lot that goes on between the root and the physical symptom. But you're asking about the root, and the root is owning your power. Now, when I'm going to say this to you all, okay? The thing about owning one's power is it can be very uncomfortable. It can be very inconvenient. It can be very awkward. We can have our own fear about ability to do it. We can have our own fear about how other people feel when we do, right? There's all these sorts of things that we go through when we own our power. We step into it and own our power. If we don't, then we are, as it were, negating our own soul contract. Now, that's after repeated situations of it, repeated. That's when our body starts to get annoyed with us. And that's where this sort of thing starts to get important, okay? So, Valeria, I feel I've said a lot there without saying a lot, but it's something for you to, I hope, work with. Karen, can you inform me if the job inquired about today is meant for me or for another, or if another job that is better suited will become available in the next 2 weeks? I think this is the job for you. The one that when did you do it? You inquired about today. I really feel it's this one. Just looking at your second question there, I feel like something could show up, but it's like it's meh. It's you could do that. I like this first one you're talking about. Okay. Elizabeth, I really want to get out of the city and move to the country, more peaceful location. Do you see this happening in the future? When? So I get a yes to what you're saying, but it's in a while. It's in a while to the point of. Let me back up a bit. I do believe it is a solid truth that it's impossible to have a want, a desire, a longing, any of these things without it coming to form and happening at some point. Like we couldn't have it without the we couldn't have one without the other. They are halves of a whole. And so I do see this playing out for you. There's some hoops to jump through, there's some steps to take first. And I feel when you move, it will be with someone else. And it's not going to be this year. Let's just go there. So can you at the same time hold an intention and detach from it? Right? Because let's just remember, there's something far greater manifesting through us all the time. And I'm not putting you off this, Elizabeth. Quite the opposite. Actually, I'm saying let it support it to happen in a more graceful way. Lauren, you asked for career advice. Not sure whether to stay at your current organization or to move on to something new. I get such a good read for you to move on to something new. Let me just be clear: it's not a bad read for you to stay where you are. I see some growth where you are, so it's certainly not bad. I see you earning more money than you are earning where you are too. What I nearly said a rude word there. I very much like. I very much like, really like you working elsewhere. Okay. Denise, will you find a reasonable lawyer to help the condo? Oh, it's still going on. Will most of the malicious fees charges be reversed? Will you find a lawyer? Will the charges be reversed? All right, this is what I'm getting, Denise. I don't think you're going to find a lawyer, so start asking people. Start asking people who know people, because I don't see you finding the right person by yourself. I see you finding it through a recommendation from someone else. So I think that extra, it's in some respects it's less legwork, isn't it? But that particular type of legwork is what is needed here. Now about the fees. I'm not seeing all of it getting reversed. But I am seeing some of it. There is a variable here, or wiggle room, whatever. And this might sound like an odd thing to say. Please don't take it please don't get offended, or get offended and I'll apologize, whatever. But when the process starts and it's getting towards that point, let who's ever representing you represent you. Get out of their way, because I'm seeing all the frustration, resentment you have there, and you need to let who's representing you represent you, because that could interfere. And I'm sure you don't want it to. There's more to say, Denise. Not masses, more to say, but I hope you get the gist there. Ask around for recommendations, and let the person representing you fully represent you. Yeah. Oh, I love this song. Tracy. Voting procedures. Tracy, afterwards, let me know what time it is, will you? Tracy, this looks fine. This looks fine. I'm just going to look at whether it's the only one needed. I think there's going to need to be a follow-up to this, Tracy. It's not a well, nothing I'm saying is a damn certainty, is it? but if I'm just looking at trajectories, I feel like some kind of follow-up is needed there. It's going to be needed. It doesn't look big. And it was lovely to see you, by the way. Okay, Angie. Turn as my captain of his bowling team. Well done. Well done. Nice to have some good news, Angie. And it was, oh my God, it was great to meet you as well, Angie. Wow. You're making it to state either as a team or individual this school year. Okay. Okay. He can, but I'm not seeing it right now. So what I'm saying this right now to you, Angie, not to be a buzzkill, but with the hope and intention that it sets him on the course to it. Because what I'm seeing is him getting very distracted, him getting influenced by other things and other people, okay, which slows him down. And so if you can encourage him, because I feel he listens to you, if you can encourage him just to keep his head down and just look at what the next thing he has to do is, okay, just to work in kind of manageable, whatever, bite size steps like that, that he's not going to get so distracted and sidetracked and so on. Because I'm getting shown both for a reason here. I'm getting shown that he can flourish. And I'm getting shown that he can get distracted. So yeah. Michelle, I see your question there. I'm past the 10-minute mark when I would do general readings. If there's time, please feel free to put a specific question in. Okay. Okay. Just 1 second, everyone. Okay. Cheryl. Is there a timeline on your monies, properties, or inheritance? Okay. When I read on this for you last time, Cheryl, which feels like about 3-4 weeks ago, because I don't like to keep reading on the same question. When I read on it, it was looking like next year. It was looking like next year, and I'm still getting like October there. So I don't know if you didn't catch, because yours was the first person I read on about 3 weeks ago, because you asked me to, and so I'm not gonna keep answering the same question. I know you're asking it, but just let me know that you get this answer. How about that? Okay, Sherry. I believe I misplaced an heirloom ring. My dad's ring, platinum with 2 small sapphires, missing a center stone. Is it still in your house somewhere, or is it lost? Worry about it for some time. Okay. It is still in the house, Sherry. Let's see if I get anything else about it. The closest I'm getting is that it's in one of the bedrooms. Okay. All right. Okay. One sec. Okay, Renee, what can you do to get yourself out of this hole you're in? Don't know anymore. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for what you're going through. You know, I didn't catch it a minute ago. I'm sorry I'm taking so long here, by the way, Renee. I didn't catch it a minute ago, but the answer is in your question. You don't know yourself anymore. Because I'm looking here, I'm looking at what I'm getting, and it's all about. I don't know how long you've been on, but someone, Valeria, she asked about her health, and what I was getting was relating to owning power, right? Because when we don't own power, we shut down, right? For you, it's similar, and I think you've been doing what I do and trying to do everything with one's own backlog of experience. The thing is, there are those times when our backlog of experience doesn't cover what we're going through or what's coming, and should we call it spirit, love, God, angels, whatever is your jam there, is waiting for us to open up our hands so we can receive, right? And it sounds so simple, but we're all like walking around like, oh, I want support, with closed fists, and spirit can't do anything until we do that. And so seeing you, because back up, what I'm looking at here is you picking up your energy to the point that it can start reverberating into physical matter and people and situations and money and so on. And what you're saying is you don't know what to do anymore. And that to me is a wonderful sign, because you're stepping into, tiptoeing, whatevering into surrender. And that's when things change. And you just watch. Oh, that was brave of me, wasn't it? But you just watch. Watch what happens when you actually surrender, when you actually stop farming out mental energy, plowing worry and mental energy into it. Watch what happens when you stop. There's a song. I touch the sky when my knees hit the ground. That's it. So I think you're closer than you think to things changing. And no, I'm not going to just say that shit, okay? I'm not going to just say that because it sounds good. I really do feel that. Okay. Yolanda. Your son's going to get himself into trouble with the Lord. Do you see any good coming out of this? He doesn't know what to do. Okay. There's an element of what I was just saying to Renee that applies here. You don't know what to do anymore. And it comes, but let's take a look. Sorry, just an aside. I've seen, when I started reading tonight, I did just say to people that were on, if we do have someone coming on tonight and messaging all of you and saying, "Hey, message me for a reading." I said, if that happens, just don't start getting angry and all that. I will deal with it. I see we do have someone on here doing that right now, so I will deal with that. I'll deal with it. Just don't add to it, please. Anyway. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, Yolanda, I'm actually going to show you this. I've never seen a reading like this. So let me just show you. I'm looking at 3 aces. Okay, 3 aces. 1, 2, 3. There are 4 in the deck of 78, and you got all of them. All of them. And so I'm sorry if that's not clear what the aces are. The aces are all about a new start, new beginning. What don't we have there? We're on the Ace of Wands. maybe I was about to put it down, but dear God, he's looking at the start of a new emotionally relating, new work, new behavior. I want to say new ways of thinking. So yes, I really do see good coming from this. It's also to remember the aces are the beginning. They're not something already in action. So there's going to be a bit of a warm up or build up to all of this taking place. But again, sometimes we need a wake up call. I've had mine. I'm sure you've had yours. I'm sure you've all had yours. Yeah. Kristen. Legal issues, what will the outcome be? This is going to happen from time to time when I'm reading on these questions, and I have to tell you what I'm seeing. And my answer, Kristen, is not quite what you want. Not quite what you want. Just simply not looking at a great answer. I'm just not looking at a great outcome here, or certainly not what you're hoping it will be. See that about your own perspective. So, Kristen, I apologize for being so blunt and so on. I don't mean to be tactless, but that's what I'm seeing. Okay. Bob, is Glory going to have you work as a personal assistant to her? Okay. There's a lot in this, Bob. The short answer is yes, but I'm seeing quite a bit of resistance in there. Like, I wonder if she's going to drag her heels or that sort of thing. But the one thing I'm not clear on here, and I'm not feeling to look at it yet, is timing of it. So what I'd say to you, Bob, is if you have any need, or if you have particular attachment to this, please do something to move that. Please do something to move that. I think about this sort of thing a lot. Need, anxiety, and so on. In some respects, it's a form of energy. And if it's a form of energy, then you can do something else with it. Like, might be very attached to something or someone, and then you send the energy there and it, or attention there, and it actually puts them off, or it disrupts something. And so you can take that energy and put it somewhere else. So I get a yes, but there's some interference there as well. Okay, Ginger. Should you expand your cleaning business, which involves hiring people? Right now, you are the one that does it all. Okay. I'm somewhere between a no and a not yet. Okay. A little further down the line, I think you're right on it, Ginger, but not yet. Not yet. Yeah, you don't want more people around just yet. The type and degree of communication that necessitates what you're looking to do, it's just not a good time. You're doing fine. You're doing great by yourself for right now. There's that old saying, I think it's an African proverb: if you want to go fast, go by yourself. If you want to go far, go with others. And there is a season for each of those. I find that sometimes we're two walk our own path ourselves. Sometimes we're two walk it with other people. Yeah. Okay. Melanie, what should you concentrate in the coming weeks? I'm just trying to put this into a sentence or two. I think about time a lot, and time has a habit of passing, whatever we do. The old and parable of when Jesus walked on water, you've heard 1 trillion times, and we're taught to keep our eyes on the horizon, or other people say keep your eye on the prize. And I vacillate between that and looking at exactly what is the very next thing to do. And there's an interplay between those two things. So what I'm getting here is both for you. You said the coming weeks. I need to slightly go off tangent here. You said the next coming weeks. So you've got an idea, you've got a time in mind, or even a vague time. Here I'm seeing a couple of different expressions and forms of completion. Or graduation is maybe we finish a body of work that the soul is working on, and we continue. So see that. You know when something makes sense in your head and you try and put it into words. Because I want to say more than just stay focused. Maybe I just should say that. Yeah. I see. Okay. In some respects, yeah, stay focused. But what does that mean? It means for you, Melanie, to bring yourself to bring yourself to your central to that central point. Okay, which and you get there by thinking about the things you're good at and the things you want to do in the future. Yeah, blah 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 blah. You know all of this. Why am I saying this? Because I see you getting stirred and pulled by things like overwhelm and things maybe not being enough in some certain areas. That could pull you down. That's why you need to bring yourself to your central point. What are you good at? What are you wanting to do? So then again, I'll say, keep your eye on the prize. Keep your eyes fixed on the horizon. Okay. Valerie, tired with everything that's going on between you and your ex. I see an end to all of this soon. I need all the bickering to be over soon. I hear you. All right, Valerie, it's looking like you've got another 3 months of this, the two of you. I see him realizing that it's just not getting him anywhere. And you at that point will feel a little freer. Yes, I get the sense of a clearing of karma. He's mixing some of his own karma elsewhere with you and the two of you, right? You're not. You're not. Um, and let's also remember this is not all about him. It's about you and the two of you, because how could there be resonance if there wasn't resonance, right? Age old stuff. But I do see things shifting in I'm going to say 3 months here. And while I want to wave my magic wand, I do, make this easier, I do just see you have to walk this. You have to walk this. And I know what that feels like, right? All right. So I am at time, everyone. I need to go upstairs and see if the kids have just destroyed any rooms, which it doesn't sound like they have. Thank you for being with me. I just share I've got these two things going on. I've got my Patreon site, and we do 4 or 5 groups in a month. It's been an interesting month with me being away, but everything's happened. I create music for these guys every month. We do a channeling group for some of them. We do a reading, because like right now I can't talk, can't have a conversation with any of you, but with some of that group, we can go back and forth a little bit, and they know it's there, and so on. So that's there. I am contemplating doing a group for the Lionsgate on 8/8. I don't know yet. I haven't quite made up my mind, but it's whirling around in there. I've got to see if guidance comes. I always just like to end by just taking a breath, so please do that with me, if you would. Just want to say a prayer as always for you, for your families, for anything and everything that's important to you. We breathe grace in together to that. And thank you for all your questions and staying with me for the hour, even to right now when I'm done. Thank you for staying with me, and I will see you next time.